cardstock, cut it in squares, put your name, your website on there, and also put on there that you're an Avon rep and a leader on there. That's a good tip. And have them call you or just go straight to your website. And that's normally been helping me
That's a good idea.
this year. That's just a little tip.
Nice.
But, yeah,
Thank you for
samples
sharing your
in the
tip.
basket will be great for Valentine's Day. You know, something small because, you know, everything's costly now,
Mhm.
but you want to be able to draw the customer in by giving samples because they're new. And so
Yeah.
with the samples, they'll at least try them. If you check out what I put on my page today, I did the minis of the moisturizers instead of doing the large, and I thought that was a good deal to do because those are like only $8.50. So if they try them and they like them, I think they will actually shop more.
Definitely. And they're not having to spend so much up front. Yep.
Yep,
Good
that's
point.
a good start.
Thanks for sharing, Judy.
You're
I loved all your
welcome.
ideas.
It's a great idea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So anybody else got anything they want to share? Okay. All right, so we do have the locket that's available still, the keychain that we can get for $8.99 with any $15 Valentine's Day purchase. So that's pretty cool. That's something that is way huger. If you guys saw my post on the team page, it is huge. So check it out. We love you too, Judy. She put in the chat, love you ladies.
Oh, that's sweet.
So we've got lots of other products too as well that Avon actually bundled up into these little packets. So have you guys seen these and are sharing these with your customers that maybe purchased the Love for Lashes already or any of our perfumes that we already have available? We've got some great bundles and some specials. We've just got to share. That's the key to getting out there. Judy's been very consistent on sharing, so congratulations on that. And she also, as she just explained, kind of been going face-to-face sharing as well, and that's where really it is at, personable. So if you're going to do it on social media with a video or your own personal photo, that's where you can get really personable with social media or, of course, face-to-face with your customers. Yes, Judy?
Okay, I just wanted to iterate what Miss Chrissy just said. Because of me going to a phone store, I actually picked up 2 brand new customers this week. And
Oh,
I
wow.
also got my brother's girlfriend to actually purchase as well this week, only because I spoke out and I said something. And she said, "Oh, you guys don't carry my makeup anymore." I said, "Well, you know, let's try something different." And so I showed her how you can try the makeup on, and she actually purchased.
Hmm.
And then the
she's got a
other ladies,
potential.
yeah. And then the other
Mhm.
ladies at the phone store, they didn't know what to do, and I ran to my car. It was hilarious. I wish I had a camera, but I ran to my car, opened up the trunk of my car, and took some of my products out of the car, went back into the store, and showed them the size of the products, and they were
Oh, wow.
blown away, and they purchased too.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it was the cleaning products, right? So they did not even know that we had them, like she was saying earlier. So getting out there and sharing and doing a demo. I mean, remember, Avon started with Ding Dong, Avon Calling, and they provided a display of these products and showed them what it did and put it on their hand or on their own hand or had them apply it. There was always a breakdown of it. So we've got to continue to do that if we want to be strong with our business the same way they were strong before. So thanks again for sharing, Judy, and getting out there and presenting it. That's the key to be successful, definitely, with a direct sales company. So this lip balm special we've had going for quite some time. I know majority of you have taken advantage of this, but we still do have this opportunity. And this was a cute way to share with your customers. Also, the samples was a great idea, Judy, and then also the lip balms to your customers as well on a nice little Valentine's card. You just go ahead and affix it to the Valentine's card. And I believe I have a picture of that on the next slide here. Just You're the Balm. And
I did that for Christmas.
yeah, that's perfect. They appreciate that. And it's 50 cents.
Awesome, Marianne.
Yes. They appreciate it, right? Like you said, that they just loved getting those freebies in there. It's just that little 50-cent special that, you know, just made their day, showed that you appreciate their orders and their you know, customer relationship with you. So Avon gave some suggestions as well. You know, we could put them in our orders, we could put them on our business cards, we can use them as incentives and perks with our team, with our customers, do some little fun games by putting them into a bowl and guessing how many are in there. Make it fun on your groups and with your customers at events. Just a lot of good ways that you can use these and personally use them yourself. But I thought this was cute for Valentine's, just to kind of slip into your orders as well. So the roll-ons, the roll-on deodorants are buy one, get one free, guys. This is more of a sale than those 3 for $5.38. So they're actually getting 4 for $5.38. Did you guys get an opportunity to watch the video that I created about how to search for a past customer history order so that you can see who are your roll-on deodorant customers? Did anybody get an opportunity? Judy did? So on our team group, I did a video through Zoom of how to go in and search in your criterias of your web office and find who has purchased items in the past by simply typing in the search. And then it automatically gives you a breakdown of your customer's history order. And then you can see who all ordered those roll-ons. Reach out to that list and just let them know we've got a special offer for you. $75 in my total sales this campaign was that, and I only did half my list. So I'm going to continue to reach out to the rest and get hopefully those in campaign 5, because this is still available in campaign 5. So create that contact list and reach out with that personal message. Let them know I have this awesome special. They really appreciate it. And they're going to bundle up because this is something that's not always around. We normally don't have buy one, get one free. So they're going to stock up. So be sure to check that video out. I also shared with you guys this little contraption that my son got. I love it. Honestly, it started with Netflix because I would lay in bed and watch Netflix by holding the phone. And he's like, Mom, you look so uncomfortable when I walk by to go to the bathroom. Every time I see you going like this with your phone, laying there. And girls, I have dropped it on my face. So
I have too.
lay
I want to
there.
get one of those. I want to get that. I looked at the link and at Walmart, but it's different. Yours has like a little thingy for your neck. It's got a rubber thing. The one at Walmart doesn't have the rubber thing.
Oh, this is Walmart here. This is
Oh, it
actually
is Walmart.
Mhm.
Okay, because I saw it on Walmart and it didn't seem like it was the rubber thing.
Yeah, there's multiple different versions you can get. Of course, you can get them even for your tablets. So there's larger ones, smaller ones. I just use it for my mobile, but it is wonderful for when you're cooking, when you're folding clothes, when you're walking around the house doing other things and tasks. You can be watching and listening to the replays to our meetings or to Avon's meetings and your Netflix. And then also do videos with it because you can actually put the camera in here, slide it over your cell phone, was what I mean by camera, because I don't have a regular camera anymore. But you just put your phone in here and slide it over to where your eye of your camera to your phone is on the side, and it will visually see everything in front of you and your hands free. You can actually do a demonstration of the cleaning, do a demonstration of what you're showcasing to people with the phone around your neck. And it's just a nice way to be able to be hands free and record. Also,
Yeah.
you can prop it up on a table if you don't want it around your neck, if it's a little bit of in the way and you're not able to, you can go ahead and just prop it up like that. Those are bendable. So you bend it to what works for you and then prop it up. But I love mine. It is one of the best gifts I have ever gotten.
It's awesome.
So hosting Facebook parties, Judy just said she's going to be doing one. I'll tag you up underneath on the team page, the posts that you can throw in there, little exciting little posts you can put. And then also we'll talk if you'd like to, just kind of dig a little deeper on what kind of party you're going to be doing, because there's so many different varieties. Are you going to be doing it for just an hour? Are you going to be running it for a week? Are you going to be just doing where you post things throughout the week? Are you going to actually do videos? Are you going to be doing incentives and prizes? There's so many different ways that we can do these. So if anybody wants to know a little bit more about hosting Facebook parties, please reach out. Also, Facebook groups. Facebook groups are your most important way through social media to one-on-one communicate with a broad band of people in one setting. So when you have regular customers, you have them join your group. And when they join your group, you post your specials and your offers there. And if they want to see them, they're going to be part of your group. And you just got to post there in the group. If they're in the group, like I said, they want to see it. So you're not bombarding or spamming or sending, private messages to people that maybe don't want them. If they said, hey, send me a message in Messenger, that's cool because they asked for it. But a lot of them don't want that and they'll block us or they won't check what we're doing. They'll red flag it. Groups are a great way to communicate, and you can sell in stock in those private groups. You can be more personable with your product line. It is allowed from Avon and Facebook to do that. On your timelines, you cannot. You cannot do any kind of sales on your timelines or sales like videos, where you've got in stock. And I've got this Skin Soul Soft for, $2 for you. In a VIP group, you can go ahead and let them know I'm going to be doing a VIP special, and you can provide them with your in-stock specials and etc. So tax time. Do you guys have any questions on anything else that we discussed before we get into the tax? I'm gonna just pop up this chat thing too, because I can't see the chat, unfortunately. Usually when we do a chat, because you guys can come off of speaker at any time, raise your hand and speak. It's easier because the chat, I can't see that. It's unless I pop it up, and then I got to read through it and interrupt. So please feel free to come off your guys' mic and speak. Go ahead, Judy.
That's just me. I'm texting.
So did you want to share something that because I
I was just letting, kind of iterating what you were saying. And I was on the little gadget thing. I was saying, let us all get one. And then when you said what you said, I said, thank you. And then I just put on, we can sell in our groups. I just, kind of just putting it in there. I wasn't sure if anybody was following, but they can just, write a note for themselves.
Okay, yeah, come off of mute, hon. It makes it more, because if they're going to chat while I'm talking, they're going to be reading that while I'm speaking, and then I can't read it, and then I can't hear what you're sharing. So you're more than welcome to share. I love when you guys open up and share. So just go ahead and raise your hand like you were and speak. This is for all of us, for sure. You guys don't be shy and speak. I love hearing your guys' input and what you got to say. So that's what helps us all grow as well. So it's just learning a lot from each other and asking questions. It's a great way. So the taxes, if you are receiving a if you received a 1099, please reach out to your accountant or Avon if you have any deep questions in regards to this. But the breakdown has been sent out via email to anybody that would have received these, giving you a description of course, by January 31st, everybody's got to get their 1099s or their W-2s out from their businesses. So Avon did send them out. I did already receive mine. I think majority of people that are getting them did as well. If you made purchases from Avon account totaling $5,000 in representative cost, then you are going to get a 1099. Now, what I mean by representative cost, now maybe last year or the year prior, you had $5,000 in total sales, but Avon did a lot of double rewards. You really didn't sell $5,000 in sales. Avon gave you probably 1,000 of that in free sales awards. So you really didn't sell that 1,000 in merchandise. You actually only sold 4,000. So you maybe didn't get one in those years when Avon used to do those double dollars. We no longer will be doing that. Now it's what you sell is what you get accounted for on your awards. And I think that's so much better because when you're looking at even incentives from the prior year, they tally up what your total sales were from the prior year. And then they go ahead and do whatever you have in sales this year versus that year. And we had to call and say, that's not fair because you did double dollars in that last year. And that was in our total sales from that year. And now you're not doing double dollars. So please, so they kind of adjusted a lot of things because of that. And now we know if we sold 5,000, we truly sold 5,000. So that's, makes it a lot easier for us to break down as well. So a few of you are getting 1099s this year. I know it's new to a few of you, so just wanted to make sure you guys were aware. Also for leadership, you'll get one as well. If you did earn $600 more in leadership checks, bonuses, any kind of trips or incentives as well that Avon had. So you will get 2 separate ones this year. We've always gotten one, and it always showed the amount of what your online sales were, your leadership earnings, and then any incentives and perks cash earnings wise. Now that is no longer. They do not keep track of your online sales anymore. You have to do that personally yourself. So when you do get one for leadership, it will have an amount on there because that is your leadership earnings and the amount of your awards and incentives that you earn cash wise. But then the one that of course comes as a 1099, you are for your sales, you're not going to have a total on there because Avon can't tally that up. They don't know if you did a vendor show and gave 10% off. They don't know if you gave, your customers a discount. If you're purchasing it for personal use, that is something that their system does not tally up. So you do have to do your own personal ledgers and keep track of that. But they have sent these out. So if you are getting one, that 1099 miscellaneous is what they have categorized for representative reports of earnings. And then the leadership one will be separate, and it is called a 1099 NEC. So this is something new that the government did by dividing them. So just so you guys are aware that these forms have changed. If you had gotten one in the past, I just wanted to make sure you were aware that they did change this year. So it's kind of gives a little breakdown here. Of course, leadership earnings of $10,000 or more will be marked on your 1099. And then also sweepstakes or awards will be marked on there as well if they were $5,000 or more. And that is something that your accountant will share with you more detailed information because there's certain categories of earnings and incentives and perks that you can get before you're taxed on them. So just so you guys are aware. So please look this over, take this information. If you are going to get one, you got an email, or if you did get one, you got an email today, go ahead and clip this email that you got. This is directly from Avon. But I wanted to go over some of the little things that you guys can actually track. How you're going to do this is your total amount of sales each campaign off your invoice minus the amount of what you paid for those products. That's going to give you your earnings for that campaign, what you actually had earned. And then of course your leadership bonuses, which you're getting a 1099 now separate for that. So that's awesome. This form is from last year. So no longer will you really have to keep track of that every campaign because they're sending you a 1099 now with that information on it. So that's pretty cool. Then the cost of your Avon products, like I was stating, you want to make sure you have your total amount and then your cost, that gives you your total amount that you actually had earned. Now your demonstration products, your brochures, your samples, miscellaneous tools, even your personal products that you purchase, like your printer, paper, your ink. If you do have product displays that you're doing at your vendor shows, baskets, totes, bags, anything as a leader that you're giving as, gifts, business cards, postage and shipping. Yes, Judy. You're on mute or on mute.
That's what I was going to ask, business cards, because I do a lot my own, and I also purchase them.
Yes, you can claim any kind of business cost. So definitely business cards. Your postage, your shipping fees. So anytime you have shipping fees that are coming in from Avon, we do pay the shipping now for $60 or more orders. You guys can claim those $8 or more that you are getting charged. That is a business cost. Also, any fees in your bank. You can do. If you have fees in your bank through your business account, you can do the fees. There are so many different categories. It's good to look at this list that I've provided, but also ask your accountant if they have any other suggestions, because there's a lot more outside of this that you can claim, even down to the square footage of your office. If you have a private office in your home that you're using for just your business, you can do a footage of your size 9x9. Let's say your office is 9x9. You would take that dimension and get the multiplication of that room and then the square footage of your home and divide it into it. And then you can actually claim that. And then a portion of your electric and your internet. There's so much you can go into deeply. I don't do my personal office because sometimes it's a red flagger and I just don't feel that it's worth it. But again, talk to your accountant. That's your personal preference and how you want to run your business and your taxes. Any kind of payments, that you gave to helpers, any kind of discounts that you gave. Also your personal use, you can actually subtract that out of your income, out of the amount of what you've earned because it was you that purchased it. So there's a lot of preparation for this, for tax preparing. Also, of course, your tax preparing fees. That also can be accounted in here. So if you did tax last year with your tax accountant, you can put that in there as well. Gifts to your customers. So those lip balms, if you purchase those lip balms, that $35 you're going to pay for those lip balms, you are going to be able to claim that as well. And then, of course, sales tax, I do a wash because Avon actually does the same amount of sales tax as what I charge my customers. So I don't even include that in my tax documents because it's a wash. So I don't add that in. That is your preference if you want that tallied in and then subtract it. Again, talk to your accountant on what they need. Mine likes a spreadsheet. I do a spreadsheet and I itemize all of this for him so that he is able to look at it and have it as a reference himself because it's his code going on to my taxes. The convention costs. So when we went to the convention, online or in person, you still can claim that as a deduction. Vendor show costs, any raffles or incentives at that. And then incentives cost for leaders and so much more, so much more. But there is a form that I did add, I bumped up from last year on our team group that you can print. It's the PDF of this, so you guys can print this out. Is campaign 1 through 13 and campaigns 14 through 26. You can start to track that. Makes it a lot easier for you. And then just create your own little spreadsheet as well with other additional things on there that you do. You can do your cell phone. You can also do a percentage of your cell phone. There's so many different things. Reach out to your accountant and ask what is still in place and what we can actually do. And this is Avon's direct information. So if you want to get the information from Avon in regards to anything, bye, Kathy. She's just saying she's
Bye,
got
guys. I
it.
have to go.
Okay,
I'll
hon.
call you during the week.
All right. You take care, hon.
Thank you. Thanks.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bye, ladies.
So when we do this itemized report, we will be able to get the leadership earnings broken down. Now, when you get your 1099, you are going to get a 1099 that tells you what your earnings were for your leadership. But if you had incentives and leadership earnings, I like to call Avon at this number and say, thank you, I received my 1099. I would like a itemized report. Now, we used to have to wait in the mail for them, and they used to take weeks, and then they get lost. Now they email them to you, so it has been so much more simplified. So you get it within 2 business days. And again, what I mean by itemized, it's just going to tell you when you received a check from leadership, when you receive something for an incentive, it's going to break it down instead of just getting that chunk total. So I like to have the itemized. If you guys want that, my accountant doesn't ask for it, but I like to have it personally so I can see where my leadership earnings came from. Again, it has to be $600 or more in earnings for you to receive the leadership one. All right, so did you guys have any questions on that? All right, well, that pretty much wraps everything up. If you guys have any questions, though, don't hesitate to reach out to your accountant because you can subtract a lot of deductions. And in your very first few years of you doing your Avon at the 1099 level, it usually is negative with all your deductions and costs of your business compared to what you had earned. So you actually are getting a little bit of assistance with how much you are going to have to pay in or, you know, do tax wise with your other job. If you have a second job or your husband and you claim together, it lowers the amount that my husband had to pay in because it was negative. So it takes that off of your total amount of being taxed for your taxes. Now, as you start to grow in leadership, you will start to, of course, have to pay in taxes. And once you even get larger with your leadership and your sales, you will have to pay in state also. So I'm at the point of paying in state. They do take a percentage and put that through the same way they do with your W-2s. So they just take that out of the business expense. So just so you guys are prepared for that, if you have any questions on the ledgers or the things that I deduct, please don't hesitate to reach out. But anything personable with your breakdown or what your accountant needs or your CPA, ask them directly so that you get the correct information. Everybody does it different. They all run their business different. Okay. All right, guys. You guys got anything else you want to talk about or share or any questions or anything on your mind? Nothing?
Let's all go to
Nothing.
Hawaii. Woohoo!
Yes, that'd be awesome. Cocktails
Yeah.
on the beach. I'm all for it. We're going, right, girls?
That's right.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. All right. Well, if you guys think of anything, let me know. And Thanks for coming again. I appreciate you regulars that are coming all the time. And Adriana, I'm glad you're joining us. We're glad to see you. And I'm glad you got your Zoom
Zoom
figured
to
out.
what? Yeah, it's weird. My Zoom wasn't working and now it is. So I don't know.
Yeah, so many people were on it. It was causing some errors maybe with yours. I don't know, but
I
good.
don't know.
I'm
It was
glad.
weird.
We enjoy seeing you as part of our meeting.
Oh, thank you.
All right, ladies. Well, I'll talk to you later and I hope you have a good rest of the night.
Nice to see you girls.
You too.
Bye. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.